Merry Christmas. What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna go over my top 5 cryptocurrencies for 2018, and you should most certainly invest. Mind you, these next cryptocurrencies that I'm about to mention right here already had a huge scaling. Um, all of them actually has gone over 40 to 50%. So if you would have invested $1,000 7 days ago, you would have been up by 500 bucks. Let's begin. Number 5 is VERGE XVG. VERGE is a cryptocurrency designed for people and for everyday use. It improves upon the original Bitcoin blockchain, aims to fulfill its initial purpose of providing individuals and businesses with fast, efficient, decentralized way of making direct transactions while maintaining your privacy. So pretty much VERGE XVG has gone up, thanks to John McAfee, has gone up by over 40-50% within the last 7 days. I mean, it went from 6 cents to like 24 cents. So you already know the profit potential. I've actually made some transactions with Verge, and it's pretty powerful, pretty strong, pretty fast. When you're making transactions with Bitcoin, you got to pay the mining fees, which right now is about 30 bucks, and that's pretty high, and it takes 6 confirmations. And I'm not saying Bitcoin is a bad crypto or anything like that, but Verge is where it's at in my opinion, because the transaction fees is 0 to none, and it's actually instant. We're talking about Litecoin type speed, and yeah, I mean Verge XVG is where it's at in my opinion. So basically, think of Bitcoin on steroids. Number 4 is IOTA. IOTA is an open source distributed ledger cryptocurrency focused on providing secure communications and payments between machines on the Internet of Things. With the participation of Deutsche Telekom, Microsoft, and Fujitsu, the foundation opened up a data marketplace using IOTA technology. Now I don't have to tell you guys like if any crypto or altcoin or any blockchain companies being backed up by these major companies, corporations, especially Microsoft. I mean, if they integrate IOTA with like Xbox or whatever, it's just gonna skyrocket. The price is gonna skyrocket the value. And IOTA was actually up over 30% in the last 7 days. So I'm expecting crazy growth in 2018 for IOTA. There's been some rumors that IOTA is gonna be integrated with Xbox Live and Ethereum. So I strongly suggest you get your hands on IOTA. Mind you, I believe it was up by 60 to 70, actually 70% in the last 7 days. So if you would have invested $1,000, you would have been up by 700 bucks. But the value here is not, implementing day trading, swing trading style. It's just buying and holding. Let's go to number 3. Storica, STQ. That's the ticket market. STQ, a marketplace with a wide range of functions for effective sales in the world of new digital economy. So basically, Storica is e-commerce based on blockchain technology and peer-to-peer. And I don't have to explain to you guys how powerful this is. You're streamlining the process. You're not dealing with no PayPal, merchant services, or whatever. It's peer-to-peer networks connecting everybody and everyone, all the merchants directly with the consumers. You're not dealing with no middleman. It's just that blockchain platform. And they have also like an advertising sector in Storica. And for all you eBay, Amazon sellers out there, I mean, this is pretty much a highly valuable asset, especially if you're tired of eBay's crap or Amazon's rules and regulations and all this other crap. Well, now you're dealing with a peer-to-peer marketplace where it's decentralized. It's built on the blockchain technology. So if you're like, I mean, here's the thing, guys, with like Amazon and eBay. If you get like a lot of complaints, you're gonna get shut down. That's the truth. You get a lot of complaints with PayPal, they're gonna shut you down. With Storica, it's peer-to-peer. You feel me? It's decentralized. So I think this is innovative technology. It's already at 54 cents, if I'm not mistaken. is still during the ICO. I think it started back in October. It was like at 1 cent. Now it's already at 54 cents. So we do some basic math here. It's up by 54x. So you would have put, once again, you would have put $1,000 when it was at 1 cent. Goes all the way up to 54 cents. Do the math, guys. You're looking at $54,000. So I'm definitely a holder of Storica STQ, and I will definitely be a merchant on the platform. Number 2, Ripple XRP, also called the Ripple Transaction Protocol, RTXP or Ripple Protocol. It is built upon a distributed open source internet protocol, consensus ledger, and native cryptocurrency called XRP Ripples. The network can operate without the Ripple company. So this is actually created by the banks, and a lot of people don't like it because of that. But let's be honest here. I mean, I'm a big proponent of cryptocurrencies. I hate centralization. I hate, the central banking system and all this other stuff. But any cryptocurrency that has the support of the central banks is something you need to look into. Now, from an investor standpoint, investing standpoint, I say I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? Because last year, this was at 3 cents. 3 cents per Ripple. Right now, it was like at over $1.20. Not even last year. I'm talking about like last August. Like August of 2017. This was below 10 cents. And right now, it's at $1.20. And it's only going to grow from there. So I'm just saying, guys. I know a lot of cryptocurrency investors are like anti-banks, anti-centralization, anti-control and things of that nature. But when we're talking about making profits on your, capital, return on investments on your money, Ripple's definitely something to look into. Let's go to number 1. In my opinion, is REDDCOIN. Ticker is RDD. REDDCOIN refers to itself as a social currency for the digital age. As the name implies, it's designed for use on major social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, and Reddit. Now, I don't have to explain to you guys how powerful these social media platforms are. I mean, come on, the creator of Facebook is, Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, the top 3rd richest person in the entire world. It commands attention. The millenniums are constantly, it's an evergreen platform, especially if you're advertising on these social media platforms. We're going to want to deal with REDDCOIN. You know what I'm saying? So REDDCOIN has actually gone up by 500% in the last 7 days. And going into 2018, the social media platform, they're just going to increase in users. They're going to get more innovative. They're going to get more competitive. So when we have a universal social currency, we have a universal currency that, I can pay you on Facebook. I can send you REDDCOIN, without the use of PayPal or Stripe or anything of that nature, because it's peer-to-peer, or even on Instagram and Twitter. I just see like a whole, like over 1,000 reasons why you should definitely get into it, especially when we're talking about social influencers and how sometimes these sponsorship companies, they be messing over the social influencers' money, or they don't pay them on time, or you just really can't screw somebody over, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So if you say like you have Instagram account and you're a social influencer, you got like more than 100,000 followers or whatever, you can easily get paid with REDDCOIN, RDD, and set it up in the exchange it for fiat currency and stuff like that. You instantly get the payment, you do the job, and look, there's like over 1,000 applications, 1,000 users for RDD, especially when we're talking about Twitch. I mean, Twitch pretty much commands the entire video game social media niche, and that's an evergreen, industry. That's an evergreen niche. We're talking about Twitter, well, these celebrities on Twitter and LinkedIn, with connecting the employers with the employees, and especially on YouTube, like anything that's, it's pretty simple. Anything that's social or social media based, when we're talking about cryptocurrencies or altcoins, I strongly suggest you invest in it, because within the last 7 days, this went up by 500%, and it's only going to go up. you know. So those are my top 5 cryptocurrencies. It's expected to move, scale up in price. And I suggest you buy in the red, sell in the green. Buy in the red, sell a fractional portion when it's in the green, make some profits. But most importantly, just hold. Hold for 6 to 12 months, and you won't regret it. If you enjoyed this narrative, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what questions you guys have. I'll be making more analysis and just basically lighten up your days.